Okay, let's begin to actually create some variables, or as we sometimes call it, assign variables, because we're really assigning a value to a variable. Let's go ahead and try some of these and just watch them work. We're simply going to put a $sign to tell PowerShell that we are creating a variable. And I'm going to call the variable soda, and I'm going to make the value of that variable an actual string. So we're actually talking about this string of letters. And that's why I put quotes around it. I'm putting double quotes. I can use single quotes. I would typically really only need double quotes if I'm going to add a variable or some other thing in here. As a matter of fact, for fun, let's just make the single quotes, which is literally the word Pepsi with no substitutions of any kind. All right, let's take cans. And we're going to assign a different type of value. This time we're not going to put any quotes there because it's simply a number. How about ounces? Now, in the case of ounces, when I pick up a soda can here and look at it, it's actually 12 fluid ounces. However, I want to make a point, so I'm going to call it 12.5 just to make this point later on. Now I'm going to make a date, and we will just use the getDate command. So we're actually calling in something else, and then that will substitute as the data that will go into this variable. Now let's do the services one. I'm going to type services and get service, like that. All right, now let's take a look at these things and see what they look like. So I'll just do a write host, and then we'll call up soda. And I should get the word Pepsi back, which I did indeed. Let's try cans. And I get the number 6 back. Very good. Let's try ounces. Oops, I forgot the right host. Ounces, 12.5, very good. Now we're going to write host, and this time we're going to put in date. And what we got up here, what we said was just get whatever the current date is. And so let's see what happens. And sure enough, I just get the current date and time there. Question comes up. Was this just a one-time thing, or does this change with time? Let's try it again and see if it changed any. No, it did not change. So this is the current time and date as of the moment that I created this variable. Let's try one more. Let's do the services one. Services. Now, what are we going to get here? We really should get the list of services, but it may not look the way you expect it to. All it is a list of the services names all put together, thrown together like this. It's not in a nice table, but indeed it is the list of all the services. Now we're going to look into what's going on here a little bit more, in a little bit more depth, when we get into this self-typing section in the next video.